When I was born in 1991, my mom and dad had no idea that I would be born with a cleft lip and palate, a club foot, a lazy eye, all of these things. My mom wasn't allowed to see me for 24 hours after my birth because the entire medical staff was afraid that when she saw me that she wouldn't know how to handle that. My parents did have to fight insurance companies. Even though they did have really great insurance, there was still that piece about, is it medically necessary or is it cosmetic?
When a baby is born with cleft lip or cleft palate or both, we often see those initial surgeries approved with no problem. But as that child grows and gets older and approaches those teenage years, cleft care and treatment is not done. It's still needed and it's still necessary, and that's when we experience more pushback from the insurance companies.
My trajectory was kind of surgeries,
Lip revisions,
surgeries,
functional rhinoplasty,
surgery,
dental care, orthodontics. Those are the procedures that we see the most pushback for. We see denials or delays in care enough that we have a folder on the drive full of templates for appeals and denials ready to submit at any time. And it affects everybody. It affects the patient, their family. It creates frustration, discouragement.
In 2019, I was set to have a cleft rhinoplasty revision surgery, and I had all these expectations built up and I was so excited, and I just remember feeling like, okay, finally, this is it, then I'm done. And the night before surgery, he called me, the surgeon himself, and he said, hey, unless you have $40,000, we cannot do the rhinoplasty. He said, we've tried to reach out to insurance. It's been denial after denial. We've submitted the pictures, we've submitted the paperwork. They're not budging.
That is a really difficult choice that families do face. Do we pay the out-of-pocket for this, or do we delay?
I was devastated. I was crushed. Like, you put so much on these surgeries because it takes so much out of you, getting ready for them, all the pre-op work you have to do. That takes a toll. And so to do all of that inner work and then be told in a 5-minute phone call that it's not gonna happen, like, it's devastating. You know, this was supposed to be the end for me. And so logistically, I had to start all over from scratch. ELSA, it's the Ensuring Lasting Smiles Act. What it ultimately will do, if passed by Congress, is it'll remove the insurance companies from the equation when talking about what is medically necessary care for people who were born, like me, with congenital anomalies.
If ELSA were to be passed, first of all, I think there would be a collective sigh of relief and celebration.
So in a perfect world, if ELSA had been passed, I would have never received that phone call from my surgeon. It would have been business as usual, prepping for a surgery and going in the next day and having it.
Because ELSA would mandate on a national level that insurance companies must provide the care needed for our patients with cleft lip and palate, it alleviates that sense of wonder. It also provides an acknowledgement that yes, this care is medically necessary. This is something that makes a difference, and it is needed.
We talk a lot about 1 in 700. 1 in 700 babies will be born with a cleft lip and palate or some variation of that. 1 in 700 is my story, but it could have just as easily have been any of these lawmakers' story. A cleft can affect anyone. anyone. It's me today, but it could have been you. And so at the end of the day, ELSA isn't about getting a free ride or getting cosmetic surgery. It is literally about a congenital anomaly. It is trying to chase that sense of normalcy that I have been steadily chasing for 33 years. I remember feeling really powerless, and so I can't imagine how people who are just finding out that their child is going to be born with a cleft, how they navigate all of this. I've been doing it for over 20 years and I'm exhausted. I really got into advocating, not for myself, but for all the children that come after me.